I recently read a story about a guy named Nick, and apparently this happened a number of years ago. But Nick was a big, strong, tough guy. He worked in a railroad yard for many years. He was considered one of the best employees the company had had. Reliable, hard worker. He had a problem, though. That he tended to be very negative and a chronic worrier. Well, one day the crew was told they could go home. They were celebrating that evening, the birthday of one of the foremen. All the workers left, but Nick apparently had accidentally locked himself in a boxcar, and it was a refrigerated boxcar. And the story goes that he was so panicked that apparently he had bloodied his knuckles pounding on the walls of this refrigerated boxcar, trying to get someone to notice he was there and let him out. And aware that he was in a refrigerated car, I guess he figured the temperature in the unit was below freezing, maybe 5 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. And so he feared the worst. That was his tendency. And as a matter of fact, the story goes he actually journaled. He had a pen and paper in his pocket, and he actually journaled his last words in that boxcar. And as time went on, the letters had been written in a shivery handwriting, and he wrote things like, I'm getting cold, my body's getting numb, if I don't get out soon, these will probably be my last words. And sure enough, they were. The next morning, the crews came to work. They opened the boxcar. They found Nick there, crumpled over in the corner. And the autopsy was completed, and it revealed that he indeed had frozen to death. However, the investigation took a real strange turn when it was proven that it wasn't even cold in the boxcar. It was actually only 61 degrees, and the car only got down to 55 degrees that night outside. Nick had literally frozen himself to death because he believed it to be so. The power of the mind is incredible. That gives a whole new meaning to the phrase, perception is reality. Life really is all about focus, and what you focus on will determine your reality and the quality of your life. If you focus on the negative things, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes and around us that is negative. We decide to look at that and focus on it, then we'll have a miserable existence. It kind of goes back to driving school. When they taught you how to drive at night, I still remember they taught me not to look into the headlights that are coming towards me, but to look at the road and the line as I'm going by. Because if you focus on the headlights, you'll end up steering in that direction. And that's true. When you drive, you tend to steer in the direction that you're looking. It's the way life is too. They say every black cloud has a silver lining. You can choose to focus on the black cloud that's coming. You can choose to focus on the silver lining, and the brightness is going to come behind it. Life is about perception. Perception is certainly reality. What we focus on determines that reality. And I'm going to leave you with this one thought. What happens in you is far and away more important than what happens to you.